Hey everyone! If you've seen me before, you might know, but if you haven't, I am Conductor CW. And I conduct a steam engine tray for our Way of Love BBS, and guess where you're at? You're at the Way of Love station, so welcome! Okay, so the activity I have today is to talk about wind power. And these are the ingredients you need, or materials, not ingredients. Silly Conductor CW. You'll learn that I'm kind of sometimes, I like to have fun. So, you will need a cardboard tube. I have a paper towel tube with me today. You'll need our pinwheel cutout, some scissors, a little thumbtack, a thing called poster tack, crayons, markers, colored pencils, whatever you want to use to color, and that's it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to color your pinwheel cutout. So here I've colored mine, and you can color as colorful as you want. I just colored the words, and on the back I did some scribbles, if you can kind of see, and when we cut out you'll kind of see why. So if you want to follow along with me and you have not done this, be sure to press pause on your computer or TV and do the things that I'm doing, and then come back and press play when you're ready. So if you have not colored, then please press pause. If you have colored, you can keep going with me. So you're going to grab your scissors next, and what we're going to do is on your cutout you're going to see that we have dots. Wherever you see a dot, cut it out. Wherever you see a dark line, do not cut, and do not cut this circle. This circle is going to tell us to glue there, okay? So I'm going to cut with you here. And I'm going to cut out my little square first. And this activity has to do with our first learning concept, which is called turn. Turn. So here we are turning to pause, listen, and choose to follow Jesus. And one thing that Jesus said to his disciples that he says to us is, follow me. So our pinwheel, we're going to use the power of wind, and in here we're going to use the power of our breath to turn our pinwheel. And if you're not sure what a pinwheel is, you will find out. If you are still cutting and need a little extra time, that is okay. Again, press pause whenever you need to. So, we have these little words on here, and if you can read them, it says, fold this corner to glue tab. So what you'll do is you're going to fold this corner right on the circle, okay? And you glue it, and then you'll go to the next one, and you'll glue it. Can you see why I colored the back? And if you want to color the back right now, you can stop now, press pause, and go ahead and color the back. So you just keep going and you keep adding glue and glue. You can also use tape if you want to. So if you'll notice, I'm folding but not creasing every other line where my words are not. And my words say, turn to faith, hope, you can see it, love. So if you're using glue, the liquid glue, and I might not have showed that in my materials list, whoops, you'll have to hold your finger here for a little bit. You might get a little bit of glue, that's okay, but it'll take a while to dry. You can also use tape if you need an adult or a grown-up to help you. Please ask them for help. You can also use a glue stick, but you really got to get the glue on there in the glue stick, but it will glue faster if you do. Okay, so I've taken some time to do this, so I miraculously already have mine glued. And I did use the liquid glue, and it did take a while to dry. So I kind of glued it, put it on my table, and set it aside. So our next steps is you're going to take your thumbtack, okay? This is very sharp. Be careful, please, okay? You might need a grown-up's help for this one. And you're going to poke it all the way through. And I do that before I put it on my cardboard tube. Now, it's hard, okay? You're poking through a lot of pieces of paper, okay? So if for some reason your glue wasn't dried and it came unglued, that's okay. You can keep your tack in there while it's drying. So, grab your cardboard tube if you're ready, and you're going to poke a hole. It's going to be really hard to see probably on mine, but I have already poked a hole in it. And you can do that before if you want to or not, but it's about 1/2 inch or an inch from the top. And you're going to stick it in your hole, okay, just like this. Then the little poster tack or putty is just going to go on the inside of your tube through the sharp one. Again, this is be very, very careful. Please ask for an adult for help or a grown-up, okay? And what it does is it just helps stay. There's my little yellow putty. It just helps this thumbtack stay, okay? The fun part, ready? So, how does the pinwheel turn through the wind? How can we turn to God's love? We're going to use our breath to push the pinwheel around and around. And wind is used in a similar way to turn the huge wind turbines. And since we live in Kansas, I bet you've seen a wind turbine. Raise your hand if you have. Yeah, they're huge. They're so cool. I like to watch them turn and turn and turn. This is the same type. So here we go. Take a big deep breath. See, it takes a big gust of wind, and it might take you a few tries, and that's okay. Next, what you can do is get a blow dryer or a fan and put it next to the fan and see if it can turn faster than your breath. And guess what? See what I'm doing? You can also turn it with your fingers. Oh, thank you so much, friends. I'll see you for our next activity. This is Conductor CW signing off.